Good morning, buenos dias a todos. My name is Gary Veith. I'll be your MC today. Today's host group is a beautiful group of brothers and sisters, leaders of Ho'oponopono Holy Community from the beautiful island of Heavenly Barbados. Today's session is the 587th session. Happy New Year, 2023. Greetings and welcomes to all leaders, blessed families, and our brothers and sisters to join our Hundoke morning devotion, especially those who join us from the first time. I'm very happy to see you and welcome. Please join me in the opening statement. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Today on the 21st day in the 12th month by the heavenly calendar in the 10th year of Chunaguk, which is January 12th, 2022, on the daily morning Hunduk session 587, we offer our determination to restore 1/3 of the population by 2027, united as a victorious holy community. Please join me in honor to your parents. Sanjiun Chamonim Mode Ne Ke Kembe. Aro. Excuse my Korean. Let's join me with our family pledge for today. It's at number 3. Our family, the owner Chanuguk, pledges to respect the 4 great realms of heart, the 3 great kingships, and the realm of the royal family by centering on true love. Very happy to introduce and invite up our wonderful sister, Mrs. Moscow Phillips. She's a great Japanese sister on whom one can always count on, and who honors today before the offering of representative prayer on behalf of all of us. So welcome up, Moscow.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Please join me in prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, good morning, precious true parents. Good morning, Heavenly Parent. We are very grateful to be able to live in this special age of history. Your long history of salvation is nearly coming to the end. As a true mother determined at her young age, when she was married with true father, she determined, in my generation, I will fulfill all the restoration of the providence. Our precious true mother still continue to this one single mind to comfort, to console your broken heart, and to restore all mankind. Heavenly Parent, this is a very special year. The opening of a new palace will be going to take place in months of May. Heavenly Parent, please help all the head of the leaders, all the leaders of the country to be able to answer to your call, to come to Korea, to take part, to see the precious new palace, which our true parents has it show that true parents' great accomplishment, all the activities and all the hard work. Heavenly Parent, please forgive us for not doing enough work, thinking about the whole world and all people are waiting to hear the good news of that true father came already, and he is in spirit world together with Heavenly Parent. And now only begotten daughter of yours, true mother, is with us. What a wonderful news. And this is a precious time. All mankind are able to restore original lineage to Satan's, to your lineage. We are going to open our hearts and mind to listen what you would like to say to us this morning. And please speak through Reverend Phillips. And we determine this day to do our very best to reaching out many people. Thank you for blessings. I report these things in my name, Reverend Peter Phillips, Masako Phillips, Blessed Center Family. Adieu.
Thank you very much, Moscow, for your wonderful prayer. Now for the Hundo K reading this morning, it's my honor to welcome up my son, Bobby Veith, third of 3 sons, and my daughter. So, just waiting for the words to come up here. Okay. There.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right. May our homeland shine forth. This is from October 19th, 1978, at the Chosun Hotel in Seoul, Korea. It's a breakfast presentation for the Korea District Development Research Center. Okay. Respected leaders from every field of endeavor, I am sincerely grateful to have received your invitation to this meaningful meeting, and I am much honored to address you as leaders who are the backbone of our nation's development. God has chosen Korea. I have been overseas, devoting myself to proclaiming the realization of God's kingdom, even while encountering many difficulties. Now at last, after 2.5 years, I can finally walk again in my homeland. I have longed to do so, and I would have often returned here under ordinary circumstances. However, because I need to conclude my intense confrontation with the Fraser Committee, I have to postpone the return to my homeland for 2.5 years. Mr. Fraser's committee sank its teeth into our movement and refused to let go. But last September 12th, 1978, Congressman Fraser was defeated in his Democratic Party primary. Seen even through human eyes, he is truly an unfortunate person. Therefore, I said to our church members, let us pray for him, because we should love even our foes. Congressman Fraser was defeated in a battle that seemed impossible to lose. What is the reason for this? He was defeated because he was going against God's will. According to a holy man's word, people who are for heaven remain, and people who are against heaven disappear. It seems that Congressman Fraser received God's judgment during that election. Mr. Fraser's efforts to turn Korea into a second Vietnam went precisely against the will of God, who has chosen Korea to accomplish heaven's great providence. Once we know God's providence, we can understand that Korea is an important nation. Korea is a nation that can play a decisive role in stopping communism from taking over the world. God can never permit communism to dominate the world, for that would mean nothing less than the destruction of God. In this final historic battle between the ideologies of theism and atheism, God has chosen Korea as his champion. Therefore, before heaven, Congressman Fraser's plot to destroy Korea was unforgivable. I could clearly foresee that God's judgment would come upon Mr. Fraser, since he stood in the position against heaven. I knew that no matter how great his power was, in the end he would be miserable. No one who opposes the principles of heaven can survive and remain. Therefore, we can only say that Congressman Fraser's defeat was the judgment of God. On my return to Korea this time, I felt God's special love for Korea to the marrow of my bones. As I looked down on Gimpo Airport, which I have seen so many times before, it seemed to be welcoming me in a special way. The warm welcome of my fellow countrymen has moved my spirit very much. As soon as I returned, I traveled the 350 kilometers from the north to the south. I wanted to see again our mountains and rivers, which are as beautiful as silk embroidered paintings. The greens and blues of our mountains and rivers and their grace have no equal. In addition, the many aspects of our national development please me no end. Brothers and sisters of my homeland, you have truly done mighty works. But as we catch up with the developed nations, we should not be self-satisfied like they are. Our homeland, the Republic of Korea, is destined to accomplish a great task for God. 2,000 years ago, in the little village of Bethlehem, Judea, unknown to anyone, a great thought appeared. That was the thought and the teaching of Jesus. Centering on that thought concerning the salvation of the world, God has carried out his work for the past 2,000 years. Now, once more, history has changed. Today, God is looking at Korea, a small nation of the Far East, as the birthplace of a new teaching for world salvation. This teaching will establish the kingdom of heaven on earth and deliver the world from communism's evil hand. We should joyfully take on this task that God is giving us. This is precisely the way to eternal prosperity for our homeland, the Republic of Korea. It is the eternal and shining way. The world has become the antithesis of the ideal of creation. Today, I wish to frankly share a part of my faith with you. All religions of the world start by recognizing the ultimate cause of the cosmos, the first cause, as God, the creator. If God exists, then God is good and God is eternal, unchanging, unique, and absolute. God's purpose of creation is joy. It was to experience joy that God created the world and human beings. In order to feel joy, however, one should definitely have an object partner. When a subject partner and an object partner form a relationship and engage in give and take action, they can feel joy. The greatest joy can be felt when love is being given and received. Therefore, God created human beings to be his object partners. And through an infinite give and take of love for eternity, God wanted to experience joy eternally with human beings. This was God's purpose of creation. In order to accomplish this purpose of creation, God created one man and one woman as the first ancestors of humanity. In the Bible, they are called Adam and Eve. If Adam and Eve had become the perfect object partners of God's joy, then their give and receive of love would have multiplied descendants of goodness. As that family multiplied it into a society, the society into a nation, and the nation into a world, the whole earth would have been filled with this one tribe of Adam and Eve. This would have been a world of joy that completed God's goodness and love. That world, called the kingdom of heaven, would have been established on this earth in the beginning. The kingdom of heaven on earth is one extended family centering on God, where all people are brothers and sisters. It would have one culture and one tradition, and it would clearly be a united world. There would be no racial problems. There would be no differences of language, divisions among the nations, confrontations of ideologies, no murder or war. If we imagine this world of God's ideal and then look at the world in which we are living today, we feel strongly that this world is the exact opposite of God's ideal. First of all, today we can see that even as individuals, we are divided between mind and body. Our world today is a world of division, divisions among nations, divisions among cultures and traditions, divisions between the races, divisions between ideologies, and divisions of love. Because of these divisions, history has been a succession of wars, of battles, of killing one another. No matter how we look at it, we cannot call this world the kingdom of heaven. Truly, we live in hell on earth. This result came about because the first ancestors of humanity, Adam and Eve, fell. To say they fell means that they disobeyed God and separated from God. Therefore, history began where God could not dwell with them directly. History has consisted of acts of disobedience to God, one after another, to this day.
Thank you, Bobby, for your for reading today. Now, yeah, thank you, Bobby. Normally he'd be surfing at this time sometimes, but today he joined us. Now I'm very happy to have the honor to present another very special guest, our national president of Heavenly Barbados. He is Reverend Peter Phillips, who will share some words of guidance, inspiration, and testimony with all of us. Once again, thank you very much, and welcome to brother Reverend Phillips. Let's welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters, fellow national leaders, all blessed but not yet blessed members, our respected regional director, coordinator director, UPF International Secretary General, greetings. Thank you very much, Brother Gary, for your introduction. My lovely wife for your beautiful hair, and young Bobby V with your eloquent reading. My name is Peter Oscar Phillips, and I'm the national leader of Barbados. I'm very happy today to be able to share some brief words of inspiration and encouragement as they face the various conditions in our respective countries. October the 30th, 2022, Mother Moon in her opening remark says, there is chaos both internally and externally at home and abroad. We certainly still have issues to resolve internally ourselves, but we move forward with hope. Understanding and experiencing the heart of God is the key to unlocking the doorway to a life that is genuine, a life that is filled with purpose, meaning, and happiness, and to a life that has vision, one that can create a beautiful future for me as well as for all humanity. For our long time though, Mother, I will be saying that we must begin a revolution of culture of the heart. The original dream of the Creator Heavenly Parent was to meet the sons and daughters on earth through true parents and live together with them. We are approaching the 60th anniversary of the Unification Church. A day or two ago, Mother says, I did mention at the Sun Moon University that culture is changed through one righteous person. Then why haven't we been able to change the culture despite the passage of 50 or 60 years? We need to reflect on this, and reflection I will do. The criteria to be a member of the organization goes back to the fundamentals. This many of the first generation failed to accomplish. These were 3.5 years fundraising, 3.5 years witnessing, and 7-day fast and the 3 spiritual children before we received the blessing. But in many cases, this was not done. Yet today we question why would our children not follow the principle and similarly demonstrate wayward behavior. My dear brothers and sisters, it's a lot of love, communication, and trust. Like the old regard, we talk to them and not with them. Therefore, they are going to rebel. As the providence advanced, Father made adaptations to speed up the providence, but the principles remain the same. And that is why our mother is encouraging us to witness, bless, and educate. And so what should we do? Throughout this time, we have taught about purity in our churches. Now we have a second, a third, and even a fourth generation. Through seeing the creation that God, our Creator, made, I hope that the young people of our world can naturally come to feel and realize something and reflect. Therefore, we have to build a relationship with them. When Mother said that there's chaos within, both internally and externally, she knows exactly what she was speaking about. I have heard members questioning the validity of a true mother status, but I want to enlighten you about what Father said about her on God's Day of 1977. True Father made it a bold proclamation about God and true parents. First, about God. When you go to the spirit world, you not only have a heavenly Father, but also a heavenly Mother. Second, about man and woman. Adam and Eve are the manifestation of the duality of God, the two essentialities of God manifested as two persons. Third, mother, about himself and true mother. When you pray hard or when you have spiritual experiences, not only I appear, but also mother. You can feel that mother and I truly living with you in person. Therefore, understanding the term only begotten isn't easy. Realistically, God had 3 sons and 2 daughters, and only the second daughter accomplished God's will. So let there be no doubt in our thoughts about our true mother. On May the 1st, 1977, true father prophesied that his successor would appear in 15 years. I feel I can give myself totally for 15 more years. And in that time, I must find someone to succeed me. 15 years later, he did not announce a successor, he announced the co-founder. To understand this, we go back to True Father's words in that same 1977 speech. God will elevate one woman to completely embody the Holy Spirit on earth. This is a time for the birth of the true Eve. However, the responsibility is not mother alone. We have to have absolute faith, obedience, and love. We must be willing and ready to let living for the sake of others become a reality in our lives of faith and purpose ourselves to fulfill. After all, many of us are staring our ascension in the face, and we would like on that day to be told, well done, my good and faithful servant. However, we have the opportunity to be living while our true mother is alive with us on earth. Let us therefore proclaim to the world, Christ is here, and that Mother Moon is God's begotten daughter. Before, be the Calebs and the Joshuas. Be strong and be courageous, and God be with you always. My dear brothers and sisters, the situation in Japan is not only a situation for Japan. All of us in this world, as unificationists, are faced with the same situation. What affect one, affect all. So we must unite, support, and cooperate with one another in order to ensure that our true mother's dream becomes a reality. Thank you very much, and may God bless you as we go through this day and through this week. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Reverend Phillips, for that wonderful testimony words this morning. I myself remember when Paul, the first mother on the world stage with the Women's Federation for World Peace in 1992, he had said that he and mother are one. So I know if you read in those books, you can see the progression of mother maturing, and growing the position of true mother fully, and then becoming one with true father in 1992. So yes, it's continue to pray for mother, be totally united with mother, and let's continue to pray for Japan as well. Thank you again. So now let's all join together in unison prayer. Jew. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. So thanks to our community here in Barbados, and for our prayer from Moscow Phillips, reading from my son Bobby Veith, and a special message from Reverend Peter Phillips. Thank you very much. Hope and say, and blessings and victory for establishing the kingdom of heaven on earth together with our two parents. Thank you. Good morning and good day.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, yes, sir. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for participating.
Everyone.
Thank you very much, brother and sister. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Everyone.
you.
Thank you, brothers.
Where is
감사합니다.
family?
감사합니다.
Where's Bobby? Thank you, Bobby. Great, good job. Thank you, Reverend Phillips.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you, WMS family. Babies wake up early morning. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
From Gallegos WMS family. Let's see, baby. Thank you, gracias.
Jose Regalado.
Peter Phillips, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Ohayo.
Remy too.
Ohayo gozaimasu, dear family, Mexico,
Yeah.
Mexico, Wema, Gallegos, Wema.
Sara, good morning.
Thank you.
Renata Cruz.
Good morning, Reverend Bernardo. You're driving?
Desde México, senhor Felipe.
Bernardo, driving.
Buenos días a todos.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Carolina Díaz.
Felicidades a todos, un día bendecido.
But I'm not seeing you. But I'm not seeing you.
Buenos días, comunidad.
Good
morning.
Have a great day.
Gracias, señor Barbán.
Carmen!
Yeah.
Bella.
¿Quién es la hermana que está a la par, que se haga más cerca de Toribio?
Nuestra hermana Carmen.
Hola, Carmen.
Hola,
Bienvenida.
gracias. ¿Y yo será que no ven que yo participo en la
¿Dónde viene?
Gracias, man.
Buenos días a todos, felicidades.
Okay, bye.
José Danza, muy bien. Gracias.
Un abrazo, Cordero San.
Familia Quirón.
Muy bueno todo. Felicidades.
Cheryl.
Good morning, blessings,
Cheryl, how
everyone.
are you?
Hey, have a good day.
Okay, have a good day, everyone. God's blessings. Thank you so much.
Patricia. Hi.
Patricia.
Adios. Yeah. Adios.
Hi, Marco. How are you? Nice to
Hola,
see you.
Marcos.
Beautiful day. Thank you so much for your hard work.
Good morning.
Activo,
Compadre, ¿cómo
positivo.
está, compadre? Bernardo Cruz, Mr. Bernardo.
Buenos días, Santiago, República Dominicana. Bendecido día.
Hola,
¿Qué es lo
familia
que?
Esparza.
¿Para qué que estamos?
¿Qué es lo que?
¿Para qué que estamos?
Aquí es todo, no. Ya, sí, no. Okay. Bye bye.
Morning,
See you.
morning, morning.
Okay.
Hermanos, que Dios los bendiga, América Latina, América Central y Caribe.
Thank you, thank you.
Hermosos hermanos.
Gracias por lo de hermosos. Igual. Hermosas hermanas.
Yes.